Hi, in order to improve English speaking and using profound words, today we're going to talk about 5 such words which might improve your vocabulary and day-to-day English conversation with people. So the first word is exculpate. So exculpate. So what is exculpate? So exculpate basically means to free someone from previously charged, to release someone from accusation or something. For example, someone was charged of murder or theft. So after finding out the fact and the truth, he was not responsible for the crime. So finally, he was not related to the particular crime. So we can say that, for example, we can use in a sentence like, after thorough investigation, the court exculpated him from the crime. So one similar word or synonymous word with exculpate is exonerate. So a little bit difference, but more or less we can use interchangeably. Exculpate on the other hand, and exonerate. So exculpate basically means to release someone or to declare someone not guilty. The next word is erudite. 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 So this is a very important word and very, I think, very profound word, I should say. So people hardly use in common terms, but I think if you use this term, it might improve your standard of English speaking. So erudite. So what is erudite? For example, you say a very learned person, you call him, you're quite learned, or you're quite knowledgeable, or you are intelligent, something like that. You take a particular term like educated or knowledgeable, right? So instead of that, the most appropriate term would be erudite. So erudite means somebody who is very knowledgeable, who is very well educated, well acquainted about stuff. So something like that, a knowledgeable man, a very well educated man, a very well informed man or informed persons, right, is called erudite. Erudite means, suppose you meet somebody whom you feel is quite intelligent or smart. Instead of saying you're very smart, say, hi, you are an erudite, right? So for example, in sentences we can say that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was an erudite scientist, or Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was an erudite president, or Dr. Kalam was an erudite man, right? So erudite, a very knowledgeable man, a very knowledgeable woman. The art of speaking good English is learning new words, most importantly, and even more important than that is using the word that you learn. So erudite, after you learn this word, I urge you to use this particular word in the next sentences that you're going to talk about with somebody. So tell him or her out of nowhere, hi man, you are an erudite person, right? So he might be scratching his head. He doesn't know what is erudite. So that man also becomes, somebody who knows the meaning of erudite. So today you know the word meaning of erudite, a very learned person. So the third word is procrastination. So procrastination. Many of you might have heard this term or might have known this term, but I'm sure many of you, in fact, and again, might not have been aware of this term. So procrastination basically is postponing things, postponing activities is called procrastination. For example, Jennifer has a habit of procrastinating. So instead of saying, why do you postpone every time? So you can use the term, why do you procrastinate on your work, right? Procrastination. I urge you to use this term, right? So let's go to the next word, right? The next word is more of a legal word. This is, and I'm sure that In fact, majority of you may not have been aware of this term. So it's called pro bono. Pro bono. So this word pro bono comes from a Latin word which means pro bono publico, right? Pro bono publico, which means for the public good, right? For the public good. So pro bono is a legal term which means a professional work undertaken for free, right? A professional work undertaken without charge for public good. Professional duties conducted for the cause of the public, right? It's used especially by lawyers. For example, a lawyer normally when the Supreme Court to the United States is concerned, when a justice is to be sworn in to the SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States of America, they're grilling and questioning, right? So normally she or he will be asked, how many pro bono cases you have performed or conducted, right? So pro bono means how many free duties or how many cases you have fought for public cause without charging any penny. In simple sense, it means a work performed or conducted for free without charging anything, right? So pro bono. Next time you can understand this word, pro bono, for free, right? It's not strictly a legal term, but you can use in other term as well. For example, we can say Judge Amy Barrett has performed 315 pro bono cases so far, right? So pro bono means for free, right? The next word is, I think, like what I said, majority might not have heard this term. So it is called kowtow, right? Kowtow. Kowtow doesn't even seem to be an English term, right? Kowtow. What is a kowtow? A kowtow is, right, kowtow means to act in an excessively polite and subservient manner, right? This is basically practiced by the Asian culture, right? Like Japanese culture, the Chinese culture, the Korean culture, where they bow down in front of the seniors or the superiors or the king especially. You'll see that when people bow down, touching the feet on the ground. So basically, probably the word comes from that particular act of bowing down in front of the king, right? Touching your forehead on the ground as a mark of respect, right? Kowtow means excessive subservient nature or excessive politeness. Politeness in an excessive subservient nature, right? In front of somebody, right? So for example, we can say he kowtows in front of the minister, or she kowtows before the king, right? So the last word is abeyance, right? Abeyance or abeyance. So abeyance or abeyance means temporary suspension or temporary inactivity, right? For temporary, right? For example, you plan with your friends to go for a picnic or a party, right? So because of some problem, you try to cancel it, right? So you say in this fashion, let us put our picnic plan in abeyance, right? So let's postpone it. That's a way of saying let's postpone it for the future date, right? Or we can say like the government decided to put in abeyance the plan to construct the road due to the massive protest from the inhabitants, right? Abeyance. So abeyance means temporary suspension or temporary inactivity, right? Abeyance. To put in abeyance, right? So those are the 5 words I come up with today. So if you like my channel, if you're new to this channel, I urge you to kindly subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you.